Jesus, filho da terra, do chão, caminhou por fé e compaixão. Não veio brilhar em trono ou além, mas viver o simples, puro no bem. Olhou nos olhos de quem sofria. Meus irmãos, lutem, viva a bondade. Não foi milagre distante no céu, mas o amor presente aqui e agora. Não pedimos altares nem louvor, só o exemplo de uma vida de amor. A coragem de amar nos faz melhor, como Jesus, apenas ser até a dor. Trouxe ouro, nem impôs a ninguém, mas trouxe o amor inteiro e além. A cruz que levou foi dor e coragem, mostrando que amar é sempre a mensagem. Nem os homens quiseram entender, mas um coração humilde soube ver. Jesus, camponês e mestre fiel, a força que vive em todo viver. Não pedimos altares nem louvor, só o exemplo de uma vida de amor. A coragem de amar nos faz melhor, como Jesus, apenas ser até a dor. Nos teus passos encontramos o caminho, não em milagres, mas no gesto mais simples. O rastro deixado em verdade e compaixão nos mostrou o amor é o coração. Não pedimos altares nem louvor, só o exemplo de uma vida de amor. A coragem de amar nos faz melhor, como Jesus, apenas ser até a dor.
Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really quite unique personal letter. It's called Carta ao Jesus Humano. That's Letter to the Human Jesus.
Right. It's a single piece, very poetic.
And our mission really is to explore why the author zooms in so much on the human aspects of Jesus. What is it about that perspective that, well, resonates?
It's interesting how it starts, isn't it? The letter jumps right in, calling him
Son of the earth, son of the people, son of hope.
Exactly. It grounds him immediately, no waiting around.
Why do that?
Yeah.
Why start with that very earthly connection?
Well, I think it's a deliberate choice. It's not necessarily denying divinity,
Yeah,
but it's saying, let's start with the shared experience, the relatable part.
makes sense. It sets a certain tone.
It invites you in, perhaps, on a level playing field. We all know what it's like to be, well, human.
And then it gets even more explicit. The letter actually says, it is not your divinity that touches us most deeply, but your naked, suffering, and courageous humanity. That's quite a statement.
It really is. It suggests the author finds the deepest connection, the real inspiration, in his struggle.
Kind of resilience.
Yeah, and the choices made within that human experience. Facing pain, doubt, tiredness, all of it. It shifts focus from, say, inherent power to earned strength.
And it doubles down on that, saying his greatness isn't because you came from the clouds,
Right.
but because, and this is a direct quote again, from the hard and dirty ground of this world, you raised words of mercy, justice, and freedom.
So the impact stems from action within the gritty reality we all know.
Yeah.
Not from some separate heavenly origin story.
It really poses a question about what truly matters, doesn't it? Origin or action?
It clearly lands on action, on the tangible difference made right here.
Then there's this redefinition of, like, worthiness.
Yeah.
It's not about a throne in the heavens. It's about carrying the cross of human dignity to the end and never giving up on love.
It reframes everything around these core human values, things we can all potentially strive for. Dignity, endurance, love, even when it's hardest.
Makes it more accessible, maybe.
Perhaps. Less about divine status, more about human potential.
There's another line that really jumped out. You did not ask for adoration. You asked for transformation.
That puts the ball in our court, doesn't it?
It really does. What kind of transformation do you think the author means? It feels very active.
I think it moves beyond just, passive belief or worship. It suggests actually living those values Jesus spoke of.
Mercy, justice.
Love, freedom, embodying them. That's the transformation. It's an internal shift with outward consequences.
And that connects to the next point, right? You did not demand temples of gold, but hearts that beat in truth.
Exactly. It values the internal state, the authenticity of the heart over any kind of external show.
So genuine feeling over grand gestures.
Seems to be the core message there. Inner integrity is paramount.
Then the letter talks about the greater miracle. This was fascinating.
Ah, yes. Not walking on water.
No, but to walk firmly in this world of pain and keep the heart free from hatred, that's presented as the bigger deal.
Which is a profound thought. It suggests the greatest human achievement might just be maintaining compassion, resisting hate, even when surrounded by suffering.
A very human-centered miracle.
Absolutely. It locates the miraculous within our own capacity for moral strength.
So towards the end, the author says they seek Jesus not as a distant God, but as an old brother, a fellow traveler. It's about relatability again.
That shared journey, finding connection in the common human path.
And his immortality. It's not about divine permanence in this view. It resides in being the best that exists in our humanity.
So his lasting impact comes from embodying the peak of human potential for good courage, compassion, justice. That's what endures.
Wow. So pulling it all together, this letter offers a really powerful lens, focusing squarely on Jesus's humanity, his courage, his compassion, his fight for justice, even while suffering.
And it argues that's the core of his enduring influence, those very human qualities.
It really leaves you thinking.
Definitely. And maybe that's the final thought for you, the listener, to take away. Considering this perspective, what parts of our own human experience, the struggles, the choices we make, our ability to love, what parts do you think truly define a lasting impact? What really inspires others in the long run?